So it's
Downloaded
PC?
a ghost.
Downloaded ghosts. Huh?
So it's your PC?
We're live, by the way.
The network connection problems are not the PC, but the mute problem was.
I stood up completely forgetting that I was tethered to the laptop on my microphone.
Hey, man.
I know that feel.
We're all falling apart today.
Some of us more so than others.
How's everyone doing with the, vaguely gestures around?
I'm gonna vaguely gesture back.
Not great, Chief.
Okay.
Oh, we all burned all our hero points last time, huh?
You're getting a lot less of them too, to be honest, so.
Yeah.
That's better. I can see. I can fight.
That's not true.
It's about all I can do. Don't you take that from me.
Alright. It's my turn to choke now. I guess we'll go around and introduce ourselves real quick for everyone watching. I'm DM Stray. I did Ravenloft once.
Once?
Technically twice now. Let's start with you, Gideon.
Como. I played Giddy. We're certainly limping along the day. It's a long and tiring day, which may or may not be appropriate, considering Gideon has just learned that he's not supposed to be here, apparently. I don't know what that means.
Which is funny because
No one knows what it means, but
Gideon
it's provocative.
has repeatedly been telling people that he doesn't want to be here, so.
Yes. Turns out, he was right. Not just in his own mind, but literally right.
Cezanne, will go to you.
Hello, I'm Raliev. I'm playing Cezanne, the human cleric. And I guess now I'm keeping a book safe. Keeping people safe from a book.
You're not even keeping yourself safe from a book, bud.
We'll go to you, Wesk.
Wesk, the Kobold gunslinger, and can't believe you guys like to read.
We'll go to you, Aziri. That's the person who most likes to read.
I'm gonna look up from my book. Say, huh? What? Me? I'm Zilly, and I play Ziri, who is an animus. She is a satyr, and she kind of, has the Fae don't really give a fuck, but she does give very deep fucks about dead things, and reanimating dead things, and reading about reanimating dead things. So there's that.
So there is that. To start us off, we will be giving everybody who does not have a hero point a hero point.
Is that all of us?
That is all of you. I believe all of you were
Yay.
cranking through them last session. Speaking of last session, who wants to talk about what happened?
I mean, I can.
Okay.
Unless Yuri or Zilly want to.
No.
You go ahead.
Okay. Last session, after the party had woken up with some of them having fairly bad hangovers, They dealt with the morning.
Oh god, you
cleaning
guys
and
did
such.
do that fight with a hangover.
Yes. Gideon went to oh shoot, what was that thing that you were doing? I don't remember. But yes. Zahn met with Rin in the morning and was given a handkerchief for protection. Then the party went to Morblant to try and get a rune, couldn't get it. Oh, he was selling the gear. That's what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, won by the Thieves Guild. And then eventually the party went to the Gauntlet.
Because Wesk is the worst salesman of all time.
Yes. At the Gauntlet, they encountered a certain named Ghoul priestess, who mentioned that it was the party's fate to defeat her. Now, a mysterious other ghoul grabbed Cezanne, and Gideon hit the ghoul, hit the named ghoul, at which was surprised that he was there. Begin with a fight ensued. Things happened. The ghoul referred to Gideon as fateless, but no one in the party heard that because they were all deafened or unconscious. Yes. At the very end of the fight, the ghoul, seeming to almost be overlaid with multiple versions of itself, referred to how the loop must be preserved and how Gideon was not supposed to be there. After the fight was over, the party healed up, found a secret room, and in there were some books. Ziri found a book bearing a certain symbol that's been appearing several times in the Gauntlet, a skull of moss. Cezanne warned her about that book and eventually convinced her to put it down, at which point he grabbed it up and stated that he has to make sure that no one else takes it. I think that's about where we left off. Did I miss anything?
There was more than just that book, but we will get into that during the session. But yes, you guys have slain the priestess Nakrazine, who has claimed that something is... the loop needs to be preserved. Gideon has been declared fateless, and shortly after, the nerds fought over a creepy-looking book, which is sort of Ziri's specialty. It ends with Cezanne having the book in his inventory. So we will once more go back to the Abomination Vaults, where we join our intrepid heroes once more. In the second floor basement of the Abomination Vaults. Notably, I do want to point this out since I forgot to do this. The boss did drop items upon her defeat and her subsequent disappearance. So,
yeah.
If anybody would like to...
I'll be taking this.
I'd be surprised if you weren't.
Oh, that's fair.
We can take this and split it, or somebody else can take it, or whatever you guys want to do with this other thing.
Well, none of us can really do much.
Ziri
We're the only ones who can even look in there right now.
Grim-looking staff that the boss, the priestess, was using, alongside another black gemstone, similar to the one you've seen in the past, Siri.
Yeah, wasn't that in like the corpse polar?
Yeah, the torture device.
Was it torture or was it for animation? That's why I
sure
called it
believed
corpse
in
polar,
character
not.
that it was in character. I sure believe that it was a torture device.
Ah,
So, how does something like this staff work? Like how does a weapon that can cast a spell work?
So, I have automated that for you. If you equip the staff, you will see it in your spell list. Your Staff of Necromancy has a number.
We're on downtime, so I can just equip it now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you go to your actual spellcasting page, one of your spells will now be a Staff of Necromancy. It has a certain amount of charges. And from there,
Interesting.
you can use charges. You get 2 charges per day for free. If you want to, you can instead sacrifice one of your own charges to...
So, like, I could sacrifice a first level spell to use a first level staff spell?
You would put 1 charge in. Then that 1 charge can cast up to a first level spell. If you sacrifice a second level spell, you'll get 2 charges. If you sacrifice a third level spell, you'll get 3 charges.
I see. And during combat, how do the charges work? Is it just a 1 action thing, or do I have to, like, activate it and then cast?
It's essentially the exact same as casting a spell. So if the spell takes 2 actions, it takes 2 actions.
So as long as I have it equipped, it just takes however many actions the spell is.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
kind of like your wand, just better.
Yes.
Better wand. Understandable. Except that those you... Wait, do you equip those?
No.
No. I didn't
Wands
think
you
so.
just
You
have to
kinda
have
used one.
worn.
It's like an item, kind of, right? Well, I guess so is a weapon, but... Consumable. There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Regardless, Zilly picks up the Black Soul Gem and the Staff of Necromancy. Fortunately for you, Sazan, she's not armed with the Book of the Whispering Reeds quite yet.
Quite yet.
But, Siri does certainly look the part of a necromancer now. What are each of you doing?
I am looking adoringly over the staff of necromancy.
Okay. It's secondhand, unfortunately. But,
Don't care.
Yeah,
Makes it
but
better. It's a staff of necromancy.
Secondhand might still be on there, but
And
just
by
brush it
second
off.
Yeah, I don't
hand,
want no, like,
I mean literally
Fresh out of Target or Walmart, brand new staff of necromancy. I want some staff of necromancy that's seen shit.
The wood is twisted and gnarled. It
Yes.
feels dead to the touch, but no matter how much you kind of tap it on the ground, it's sturdy and thick, creating a sort of
Excellent.
dichotomy of... It feels like this thing is fragile and should snap in half at any touch, but it's holding. It's adorned with some type of bone. You would have to go examine and get a better idea of what sort of creatures decorate this staff, but various bits of flesh and sinew are weaved through with a sort of fleshy rope adorned upon this staff loosely. Gax perches atop
What kind
the
of skull
staff.
is it?
Give me a
I
medicine check.
Everyone's cameras.
If you know this,
So
Silly,
weird.
but that actually centers our cameras onto you.
Nice. You're welcome, everyone.
What did you want a medicine check for?
It wasn't a medicine check. I want to know what the skull on top of the staff is. He said that I'd need to look into it further if I wanted to know.
Okay. Yeah, there are definitely there's some human bits and some elf bits. There's some kobold bits right there. You think this might be a tiefling horn? There's an ear from oh, that's not an elf, that's a drow ear. And you kind of pour over it a little bit. Ziri's going to take about 2 or 3 minutes. What are the rest of you doing as she just kind of ogles and sort of pokes and prods, turning over her new toy?
I would like to request another casting of light spell from Cezanne, because the light on my shield has gone out.
But you still work.
But I still work. That hits different when I'm just not supposed to be here. The light inside is dead, but I still work.
I'll go ahead and work with him and cast some light.
Okay. You light up the night once more.
Light up the night.
Wesk, what are you doing?
I'm just. I know that the two nerds really want to get all that, so I'm just probably like leaning against one of the coffins, waiting for them to finish.
Not coffins, display cases.
Display cases, sorry.
It's a type of
Play
library.
coffins.
Display coffins. Let's go with that. As you examine the staff, Ziri, you realize there are some creatures that you cannot identify on here, which is surprising for you.
I'm gonna try and see if I can figure out what was in the display cases. Because last time I saw a display case in a library, it was a sun sword. That was a good time.
Go ahead and give me a perception check in secret, please. Gideon, you are unable to determine what might have once been in these display cases. You do note that there's some arcane markings around here, and you realize that you also cannot read arcane markings.
I got like a +6 in Arcana. I could.
Are you trained in Arcana? Okay,
Yes, you
go
gave
for it.
him training in Arcana.
When the fuck did I do that?
When he was
You
reading about
did it
dragons,
when I was reading
you're
about
like,
dragons.
You're trained in Arcana now.
Okay. Very well. Gideon, this is Draconic. Which is ironically perfect for you. As you begin to whip out your small Draconic to Common translation book. It's slow going, but you do eventually piece together that this is Draconic for the light spell.
Wouldn't his Draconic to Common dictionary just be walking over and grabbing Wesk?
Do you
I mean,
speak Draconic?
Yes!
No, you
He's-
don't. You speak Kobold,
Oh shit, you're right. My bad.
which is just
To be
Southern
fair, that was
Draconic.
still my
No,
first
it
thought,
does say
too.
it's just Draconic. It says language is Common Draconic.
Ah, you're right. In that case, yes, you can also read this if you wish, Wesk. But notably, it's just a
Gideon will
basic
just
light
be-
spell.
Reading it out loud, horribly mispronouncing everything.
The markings on these
Slack.
are just a basic light spell. These things are still giving off light, whatever was once displayed here.
Hey, listen, you get to insult me in your language, and I get to insult you in mine. Don't go breaking this rule.
Hack. And if anyone caught that reference, I will give you 5 points.
That's where, Azira, you finish up examining the staff and realize that there's one or two skulls on this thing that you have no idea what they are.
Strange.
So,
Well,
where do we go from here?
we still have more stuff on this floor to explore, or there's the staircase leading down to the next floor.
I vote we explore the rest of this floor.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ziri wants a chance to try out her new staff.
Well, I have good news. There's a corpse of a corpse over here. God, I hate saying that.
We sure that's the thing that it should be tested on?
I forget. Have I already further inspected this thing?
Give me a medicine check.
Medicine check. Can I roll the aid?
Sure.
The only people who've inspected it are Sazan and Gideon so far.
Very great.
You guys are unable to determine exactly what this thing is, other than your previous check, Gideon. This is definitely a ghoul, and you say that very loosely.
I believe it was something wearing a ghoul from my prior check.
Yes.
Actually, I think you gave me exact information on what this thing was last time, but cannot remember.
Definitely did not.
I see.
He gave you a visual description and said it was wearing a ghoul, but didn't necessarily have the weaknesses of a ghoul.
Correct.
Ah, that's correct.
Hold up. You wanted me to try what on this?
You know what? I'm not going to repeat that one.
Yeah, that's...
I say we just leave it there. In fact, we should probably stab it more.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. But now say you want me to use the thing you wanted me to use on something else. What would that thing be?
I simply said let's.
I'm just trying to figure out what action you guys wanted me to complete, because I think I'm missing something possibly from one of these new items that I got, or something else.
Animate dead.
Right, but isn't that something I only do in... They only last for a short amount of time, right?
Yeah, it's only like a minute, right?
Yes.
Or 10 minutes? A minute?
Think of it this way.
Yeah.
Animate Dead is really handy in a pinch, but its magic is not sustainable. It is not how you would actually create a lasting dead creature.
Right. Okay. That's what I thought. I was like, I don't think I have anything that would be interesting there, but...
So good news.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because I'm not on my PC, I have lost
Yep.
all of my vision. Everywhere.
That's the staircase down.
Yep. I'm just gonna try to take a brief tour as quick as I can. Keep in mind this thing is slow. We already went in here, right?
We went into yeah. We didn't go up though.
Oh, I went up here. I saw the hallway off to the left.
Oh. Well,
And now I see it again. I did not go into any of the doors, but I'm gonna just quickly... And this was like the other staircase, wasn't it? I don't remember
Yeah,
if we
I think
opened
so.
this door.
yeah, we did.
No. I'm
This
asking
door?
about a different one. Oh. I see. The washroom. Sorry, we can go wherever. I'm just trying to have some of this back.
Well, really, the only places to go are either up to the north, into the workroom here, or down the hallway that was in the Scrivener's office.
I would hate to mention it, but there's also the room past that.
Oh, right, the personal quarters.
Death Ray.
Well, what do you guys think?
I think I'm being given a tour of the entire facility by God.
I think that's about as
Which-
far as you guys went.
You would think would be great. I think we actually went in here.
We
definitely
did
went
go
in here.
into
They went
yeah.
into the fire room.
Yes. That was how I figured out it was not a literal fire room, but a fire safety room.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's pretty much everywhere you guys have been.
Cool.
What do you think, Gideon?
Workshop?
Workshop.
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 Second floor basement workshop.
Second floor basement workshop, indeed.
Alright, let's see. What do I have equipped right now? Smoking sword in one hand, shield in the other. Alright, let's do her up. It's locked.
Shit's locked.
I feel like that's the second time I've done that in this campaign too.
I am more than happy to allow you to do it a third time. Regardless,
I
yes, this door is locked, which is strange. Most of the other doors in this hallway have not been locked.
They sure haven't. I'm gonna start trying keys.
Okay.
I guess I thought we found use for all of them.
Regardless, West, from a cursory glance, you feel like you could probably get this thing open. It would just take time.
The large silver key doesn't work. Alright.
Just gonna kneel down, pull out the thieves' tools, set them to the side.
Okay. Just gonna take you a good little bit. What are the rest of you doing as he begins to go at it?
Let's see if I can aid in thievery. I have a +1.
Are you trained?
No.
Then no.
No.
Alright, you need a train to be able to aid. Very cool.
This might be a little bit hard with him lockpicking, but I want to see if I can hear anything beyond the door.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that perception check and secrets is on. As Ziri stands about 10 feet back from the party, either lovingly stroking her new toy or reading a book.
I'm sure she's reading.
Cezanne, you don't hear much of anything. Notably, the humming of the energy to your south, however, does kind of fill your ears. It's really the only thing you can focus on right now. Go ahead and give me that thievery check, Wes.
Alright.
Okay. You start to work on it, but your cursory glance seems to your armor is restricting you again, Wesk.
God damn it. Hold on. Gonna stand up for a moment.
Okay.
Undo the class and set his armor aside.
You each hear careless whispers start to play.
You notice I'm not getting super pissy about removing my armor in a public place.
What are you on about?
You know, that one time with Tobias, where I just removed my armor, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I would not say anyone down here belongs in polite company.
Zahn might.
No.
I'm gonna roll the thievery again.
Cezanne is a zealot, fervent believer in a space goddess with
we
a
don't judge
gun.
God.
Okay, the gun only helps. But also, are you implying that Tobias belongs in polite company?
No, that's why he's in the Thieves Guild.
Man,
Nice,
this
isn't
episode
these
of
good?
Lockpicking Lizard is sure going.
This is the
The
lockpicking lizard.
lizard.
Yeah. It's been about 60 seconds, Wesk. You're making no progress.
Damn it.
I thought we already went this way.
No.
Oh no, this isn't the one that loops around. Well, good thing I walked into that.
Also,
It's also just a empty pit right now.
just realized that
None of them know that. I'm the only one that knows that.
I can now put a few things together.
I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
Did I bring any books with me from the library?
You do make some progress, Wesk, now that you're kind of out of your armor, but it's going to take you another, I would say 10 minutes with that many checks.
Well, tend to your wounds, people. We're gonna be here for a while.
What wounds?
Gex gives a small, confident, arrogant smirk from atop the staff, knowing that Ziri cast Garden of Healing earlier.
Either way.
What is the rest of the
Just
party
lock
doing?
Well, I can't see anywhere, so I'm pretty limited wherever people with light are.
You didn't prep light.
She did not.
Hope.
Okay. Ziri, as you step into that room, you
Nope.
start to feel sick again.
Nope. Heard the heartbeat, walked away. Staying by the people with the lights.
Yeah, I didn't use my focus spell, so I don't need to refocus.
I'm gonna ask Ziri about the journal. It's the only book that we found that would have been of any interest to Gideon.
I would tell you about the journal, but Gideon didn't really give me a chance to look at the journal, so I don't know. Why don't you ask Gideon?
Oh, Gideon, who art on screen, what doth the journal say that is in Ziri's inventory?
This is a pretty big book.
Oh wait,
All of
that
these
journal?
books.
Oh, the journal. I'm sorry. Thought the book he stole.
All of these books are
Gideon
pretty
didn't steal any
big.
books.
Ziri, you will need time if you want to give like a proper rundown of what is in this book.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the journal and look over the cover.
And by that,
kinda
I
flip
mean like
through it.
8 hours. to,
That's
like-
I understand.
Okay.
I want to see if I can get a general feeling for what subject this is about.
Okay.
Can I tell it's like her journal?
Yes, this is Belcora's journal. Luckily, you do read the language that is in this book. As you kind of flip through it, you just quickly skim and kind of see mentions of her family at the start. Kind of flip through it. Mentions
I'll kind of like
of the
look at the
Gauntlet.
middle or the middle, the mid. beginning, middle, and end.
First chapter's her past, her history, her family. Middle chapter mentions the Gauntlet, and the last chapters mention something about something, the fragility of our world, complex concepts. They kind of trail off with no certain ending, making a note that she was killed, so.
I'm gonna close it and kind of stuff it back in my bag while glancing at Gideon. You know, looks like general journal things, maybe some details about her life or some such. I'm sure it's nothing too terribly interesting. Side eye.
Very cool. Alright, I'm gonna stick taking stock of my healer's tools, see what I've been used, what needs to be cleaned up, what needs to be replenished when we get back into town.
Notably, Ziri, you have found several more books other than the journal, but each of them will need basically a full day to read. Cezanne, do you want to talk about your book?
What book?
You know, the one book.
You mean the Diamond Tapestry? Yes, it's a good book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Go on.
Okay.
Tell us about the Whispering Reeds, son.
That's just the book in my pack. You don't have to worry about that.
I'm pretty sure that you told us we exclusively had to worry about it.
Pretty sure you were very worried.
Pretty sure
I'm
you
not
said
reading
that
it,
we
so.
probably shouldn't carry it around because, it was dangerous. Curious how you seem to be carrying it around and doing okay so far, but none of my business.
I believe I said we shouldn't be reading it. But
How's the lock going, Wesk?
Another thievery check, Wesk. As you have been cursing up a storm because still not open yet. This cursory glance was just like, yeah, I can pop that open in like 60 seconds. You're starting to sweat, not from the heat, but more so there are now 3 people just waiting. You ever been in that grocery store aisle? You're trying to put your change back in your pocket.
Pretty low on bandages.
My rolls have only been going up after that first one.
Okay. So you'll have it on this next one, right? Go ahead and give me another thievery check.
Totally.
No.
Fuck.
Real good on bandages.
It's been about 15 minutes now.
Use more pain reliever in here.
I can do this. I swear.
there might be.
Siri, do you have anything for anxiety on you? I think somebody might need it.
Notably, Gideon, the
Performance
thought
anxiety
occurs to you,
specifically.
this is not like a steel door. You could probably just smash it open if you wanted to just go in loud.
Yeah, but he's trying so hard. Look at him.
Try being the operative keyword here, but you are nothing if not an ally.
I would like to extend the blood staff towards Gideon.
No. I'm gonna point at Wesk.
I'm gonna extend the bloodweed sap towards Wesk.
Okay. Ziri, it's extending you a small, deep red vial full of some sort of sparkling syrup. Someone is deep
Would I know what that
their
is?
mic.
What's is gonna look over? Yeah, sure. Just put it on the ground. I'll have it when I'm done.
I'm going to place it on the ground.
Okay.
Would I know what that is?
Give me a society or medicine check.
Would
boy.
No, I'm not trained in either of them, so listen, no.
Pretty good at both those, but I'm an expert at society.
Yes, you do know what bloodweed sap is. That's not right at all. Why did it do that? There we go.
Uh-oh. Oh, that, like, glitched out my...
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
Okay.
Here we go.
There we go. That's fixed.
I said give him something for anxiety.
Fucking knocked him out for AIDS.
Oh,
What?
well, I mean, he wouldn't be anxious. I'm gonna shrug and pick it back up. Put it back in my bag.
What was
Bloodweed would not make him anxious or knock him out.
No, he'd just be stupid.
He said something that would
Probably.
help with anxiety.
Yeah. You keep knocking the Mac out, bud. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's why that's being so annoying. Hold on, I have to remute Como. Okay.
Understandable.
I was like, why is this so terrible? Why can I hear both of us 100 times? It's awful. Please stop.
I did consult with
You should
somebody,
mute
by the
me
way,
as well.
so we do have a
Yes.
better frame of reference for this. Gideon, you recognize bloodweed as essentially its PCP.
Great, that's much
You
better.
wouldn't be anxious, buddy. You said to give him something to help with anxiety.
I feel like that might still make him anxious.
I'm
If
gonna,
not, it's gonna make everyone else anxious.
I'm gonna kind of
pretty fast.
shrug and extend it towards Wesk again.
I said put it on the ground. I'm busy.
I'm gonna put it back on the ground.
Okay.
Another thievery roll.
Because a lizard
Yep.
on PCP sounds pretty great.
Give me a 3 roll.
What part
I
of
wasn't
that
ready
sounds
for this whole session to be us sitting outside a door.
West, you are now being offering drugs, and you still can't get it, bud. You just need a 20. You're missing it by one consistent
What do you have to be trained in to assist?
thievery.
That's a bummer.
Yep, this is a Wesk only
Are
thing.
one of my ghosts trained in thievery? Is Gax trained in thievery?
No, unfortunately not.
Can Gax please pull out his pom-poms and cheer Wesk on a little bit? Because he could use it.
Sure.
I recall if any of the books I've read say anything about the gauntlet door construction.
Know
Can we
what?
just maybe try a different door? I don't know.
I'll give you one more try. If it doesn't work out this time, we'll do it the old-fashioned way.
We'll just put the bloodweed in
Do I
the
flip
back.
that coin? Should I roll again?
Do you want to?
I do.
Okay. You each watch
Can
as
I-
Wesk spends about 20 minutes on this
Could
door.
I safely kick over his head?
Sure, give me an
would like
athletics roll.
Kick the door open.
Give me an athletics.
That's not good. Okay.
God damn it.
Alright. Honestly, not bad.
Ziri steps up and wham! The door does not budge.
Alright.
Thankfully, you have now made very clear to whatever might be in this room.
Wesk is going to jump from being startled, dropping his thieves' tools as he just sighs and puts them back in their pack as he stows it once again, looking over to the side at the
Oh, actually, Ziri.
Hmm?
I forgot you have spirit sense. You detect something in this room.
Oh. What do I?
Cool. And now it's pissed.
Wesk is going to pick up the drink. So why was this being offered?
Did
to
I
me?
did I detect it just because I alerted it of something, or would I have detected it before then?
You detect it because you have spirit sense within 30 feet. You are getting the sense of there is some sort of spiritual creature in this room. You are detecting it now because the DM is only human.
Understandable. I would like to take back my kick.
Oh, okay.
I would instead like to alert the party. I believe there. So I know it's a spirit, or what can I detect exactly? Hold on, where is that skill?
Wait, you have a roll that back thing for chat?
Yeah.
Where has that been the entire time so far?
Fuck you.
Yes. There we go. Okay.
DM is human.
Yes.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
I see.
Regardless, you tell the party about their the spirit.
There's something, definitely some sort of creature behind this door.
Do you want me to keep going?
Do I have any idea what, like, if the spirit seems malevolent or anything like that, or do I only know it exists?
You only know it exists.
Understand. Okay. I mean, can't get the door open. You can't get the door open. We
I
had
can get
other
it
rooms.
open.
We had no. Okay.
I know I can open this lock. Don't worry.
You've been saying that for the last 20 minutes?
There he was. Silly.
It's a little more complicated than I thought, but I'm sure I can get it open.
Okay.
Siri wanders off into the dark.
If no one's stopping me, I'm trying again.
Okay, give me another thievery check. Oh, blessedly. Finally, Wesk. What should have been maybe about a 60-second lockpick, you finally pop the lock.
Don't forget about your armor, Wesk.
Thank you.
Yes, please don't forget your armor, Wesk.
Would ever do that? Forget their armor.
So, what is this
Not me,
that
I
you
live in
handed
that
me?
It's bloodweed sap.
What's it do?
Well, it helps with anxiety.
Huh.
I'm not saying anything, but I am staring daggers at Zero right now.
Wesk is
I'm
just
going
gonna-
to return his dagger, like, stare with a sweet smile.
Wesk is just gonna pocket it for later.
I still don't think I know what this is.
Nope.
So,
All right. Well, be my guest.
Just before we do this,
No.
that
Open the door. We've been staring at this door for an hour. Oh, Enzo, I'm sorry. I don't know how
You're
to move
rolled
to
onto
help
his
you.
tail.
There you go. Let me stand up so I can lift it. How's your tail? Come here.
Gideon
sorry.
raises his shield.
I did not mean that. It's a good boy. It's sweet.
And I think that'll work. There you go. Zira, you detect this creature about here. But there is definitely some sort of presence in this room.
can I tell?
No, it's an empty room.
Sick. I'm walking in.
As you
That's
walk in,
not my keyboard.
the first thing you notice is that there are 3 work tables in this room, lining the wall. But there's only one stool. There is a skeleton underneath one of the tables, wearing a light blue robe, much like many of the other ghouls in here, crumpled into a heap beside of the stool.
First thing I'd do would probably be to start looking at the skeleton.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Ah!
Okay. This is the skeleton of a woman. She is probably some type of human. She doesn't have the bone structure, the lighter, hollower bones of an elf, nor is she small enough to be a dwarf. As you kind of glance over, you do note a bottle kind of clutched in her palm. The tools, these work tables, are tools for bookbinding, repairing books, preparing parchment. The tools are far beyond useful at this point in their life, however. Giving a cursory glance over that jar, however, you can determine that was arsenic. And quickly piece together that she probably took her own life in this room.
I'm gonna continue working around the room. I know there's something in here, but I don't know where it is, so I'm just gonna keep my shield raised and move around.
Okay.
That's a cool effect.
Lusk is going to look around the room.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Lesk.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. But no, you do not
This is
determine
the
anything
thing.
different from what Gideon found.
I would like to crouch down and kind of
That's what I'm looking for.
look at the skeleton. And, I assume come to the same conclusions Gideon did. Before closing my eyes and asking the skeleton, why did you do it?
So you're making contact with the skeleton?
Yes.
Okay. As you touch, Ziri begins to once again channel this spirit. The first thing you feel is an overwhelming sense of sadness. Loneliness, isolation. You said you ask, why did you do it?
Yes.
The spirit responds with a... I couldn't do the things they wanted me to do.
So, using this, would I be saying this out loud? Would I be like talking back and forth to myself? Because it looks like that's how I allow them to speak.
Yes,
Oh,
it
yes?
speaks through you.
Okay. I'm going to ask it, what are the things they wanted you to do?
Okay. Notably, Ziri did not clear this with any of you, so she reaches down, touches the skull, and something else's voice begins to come out of her.
Do I have any idea off the cuff of my head what that would mean?
I can't even tell if this is like speak with the dead or if this is like an animus thing. So
It is specifically an animus thing.
very cool.
Define what you mean a little bit better, Rod.
I'm just wondering, is this something from basic knowledge that I might understand what she's doing?
I'm sorry, Como is eating his mic right now. I can't hear every time he breathes.
Really? I guess I don't have him. I have him muted. Never mind.
I'm really not.
Yeah, his mic is really far from his mouth.
What the fuck? That's
Are
weird.
you adjusting the cord constantly?
No.
No.
Well, now he's not doing it, but... say again, Raleigh.
Just don't breathe, honey.
Yes.
I'm just curious, is this something that I might have an idea of what she's doing off of common knowledge, or...
Give me a religion check.
Okay.
So the art of animacy is relatively new. It's only about 60 years old at this point, but I would say, having grown up in this age, you know that speaking to the dead has never been easier because of the way the planes sort of overlapped and they're closer than ever. Zilly might be, scientifically speaking, creating a sort of conduit between planes right now with her touch, using her own soul as like a tether and a beacon. She's speaking with a dead person, in layman's terms.
Then I'm going to let her continue without interrupting.
Okay. They wanted me to eat others. This is spoken from Ziri in response. I did not want to do that. I could not follow where they went.
Why was it important to them that you did that? Why were they doing it? What'd they get out of it?
We were starving.
Well, I suppose that's any good, or as good as any reason. Who were they?
My colleagues and I. The librarians.
Most of them gone?
No, I think they're still out there.
You guys hear Como?
Nope.
No.
Oh, never mind. He's running a test. I would like to tell her that I'm sorry.
All right.
Very quietly.
I'm sorry that you had to be so sad.
Thank you for your kindness.
I'll linger a moment more before kind of pulling my hand away. Woo! Standing up and opening my eyes.
Okay.
Has any of the text I've read on the Gauntlet mentioned librarians or something that could give me a lead off of what I heard right there?
Judging from your experiences, it seems like these ghouls were librarians.
Do I know anything off the top of my head about why they would be practicing cannibalism?
You get the feeling that perhaps when Belcora was slain, the Rose Guard kind of called it a day. It seems like her minions, her followers, were sort of left behind down here when she was slain. Perhaps they turned to cannibalism in the meantime to survive all these years, being struck with the curse of undeath. Ghouls are created when people become cannibals and sort of rise again. It's probably the massive amounts of necromancy going on around this place combined with cannibalism. It seems like that flesh statue and the flesh room in the Scrivener's office, you get the feeling that perhaps these librarians were once people who turned to cannibalism and then became ghouls.
Forgot about the Celeste statue for a minute. Those were good times.
It has been over 500 years since Belcora was slain, so...
Look through some of the books.
Okay. There's not really a lot of books that are legible at this point. A lot of these are books that were brought here for repairs, you get the feeling of. And books in need of repairs 500 years ago have not survived for 500 years.
Understandable.
Ziri, you watch as this ghost sort of flits around the room as your party examines these books. You get the sense that this presence is taking time to pantomime repairing the books in her death.
Actually, is there enough left of any of these that any of these books could be repaired?
Oh no.
Got it. I was hoping we might be able to save one or two of them in their stead, but
I'm trying to read through things, but maybe you'll know off the top of your head. Do I have anything that helps to put spirits at rest or let them move on, or is that anything that an animist has?
That's sort of unique to each spirit, but yes, there are ways to cleanse what is known as a sight-bound spirit, sort of stuck in its place of death, typically where it was killed, or a place of strong attachment. It would depend. It's a case-by-case basis, essentially.
Would I just have to... would I have to, like, figure it out on my own? Can I just ask a spirit, or how does it even work? Ouch. Basically, could I go over and just
She seems
ask the
drawn
spirit?
to these
No.
tools and equipment. And the movement she is doing, she is pantomiming repairing these books. But these books are beyond saving. But she's...
So can I make anything out from the books, or are they just like complete trash?
They are complete trash.
Nice.
It seems like she is reenacting what she did in life.
I would like, when she walks by me again, I'd like to reach out and touch her.
Okay. Make contact.
Why are you still trying to fix the books? Why haven't you moved on?
It was my duty to fix these books. It's where I belong.
It was your duty, and it's where you did belong.
This is all that I know how to do in life.
I understand that.
My,
All of us only know how to do something until we try something else. But
my heart and soul belongs with these things. I died surrounded by them rather than face my colleagues.
I mean, I don't fault you for your method of death. It wasn't cowardly, it was just a choice. That doesn't mean you have to be bound here for forever. Fixing books that are, I'm sorry, but beyond repair.
She kind of prickles at that. I do not know what awaits me in death.
None of us do. That's part of what makes it interesting. Wouldn't you like to find out? Didn't you have curiosity during life? I'd assume that's what drew you to this profession.
Cezanne, as Ziri states that you don't know what happens in death, you clear your throat. As,
Typical priest.
It's actually pretty well known.
I'm gonna ignore that. Actually, I'm busy communicating with a ghost. Can the ghost hear him?
Yes, the ghost can hear him through your senses.
Can I tune him out? For the ghost.
You may not, but...
I have large goat ears. Can I flick them forward to tune out what's behind me?
The ghost continues, though. I do not know if there is a place for me after death for what I have done, but I belong here in the room with my tools. I dare not leave them behind. It was how I was useful.
Well, what if I brought your tools to somebody that could use them now?
Would you do that?
Sure. Is that okay if I take them?
I do not know.
Well, let's give it a try.
I'll start picking up a nearby hammer.
Okay. Gideon, do you
Oh,
begin to
oh.
just armful of these tables?
I'll help gather.
I would
the
like-
tools.
To shoot them a look and say, be careful.
I'll nod.
Okay. Wesk, are you assisting at all?
Sure.
Okay. We'll say
We'll
each of
stop
you.
to light the sconce.
Ah, yes. The Eternal Sconce. I'll say each of the men.
Sconce is my nickname. It's not my nickname, actually.
Each of the men take about a table's worth of tools, about 2 bulk worth of tools, and step outside.
Or are you stepping through this door?
I wouldn't.
Not if I'm carrying
I'm the
two
only one who
bulk,
can take
because
2 bulk worth of tools.
Yeah.
I'd be encumbered.
Zan has the book.
Once the tools are taken, does the ghost still linger in here?
Once everyone leaves the room, I will say that the ghost does sort of leave the room, and it grows quiet once more.
Is everybody encumbered, or is there... Yeah, there's no way we can split this to help.
I would say I'm not going to worry about the bulk right now. I'm not going to fuss over
Okay.
that.
Then
Regardless.
do we want to step...
As you each step outside, the hairs raise on your neck as you feel something following you now.
Do I also feel that?
No.
Well, you heard her. You gotta get the tools to somebody who can use them.
Oh boy. As far as I can tell, we're going back to Morplin.
Notably, her remains are still in this room, should anyone wish to rifle through her bony pockets.
Bony pockets.
Depends on the tool.
That seems rude.
I'd
Some of
probably
them-
rather lay her to rest before I, go sorting through the body. Once I know the spirit's all good, then sure, I'll rifle through the pockets all day. But
I guess I am going to pat her down just to see if there's anything that gives me an idea of what her identity was in life.
Okay. You find, notably, a librarian's key, a paperweight, and a crafter's eyepiece. You probably do not know what a crafter's eyepiece is, but there is a name scribbled in common on the side of it. Jarrell.
Perhaps we should store the tools and try and see if anybody knows who Jarrell was. Is there any way that I can tell, like, she's been dead for, like, way too long for to tell how long?
It's been about 500 years.
Okay, understand. Never mind.
You get the feeling her name was Jarrell. She was a librarian, much like the ghouls down here. But when offered the choice of cannibalism, instead drank the arsenic. Gideon, with that medicine check, you also realize she died quickly and in excruciating agony.
yeah, we need to go drop this stuff off with someone who can use it. Like I said, I think this is from Morblin. Did you find anything notable on her?
I'm gonna extend my hands with the items in them.
Okay.
Looks like a key, paperweight of some sort, and this eyepiece, which is where I'm gonna kind of pocket the key and the paperweight and go where I surmised her name from and tap at the name.
Wes, give me a crafting check.
Okay.
Wes, you kind of click your tongue because Siri has just revealed to you a crafter's eyepiece. It's a really neat little, like a monocle-like thing. You essentially can separate components in your sight into nice 3D diagrams to help you sort of plan and build things. It's really, really helpful when you're working with these fiddly mechanic bits of firearms and etc., etc. Wes, Crafter's eyepieces are only about 200 years old.
And I'm guessing they're Ceylondian in origin.
Yep.
I could absolutely use something like that.
Did West say any of that out loud?
I will explain it to them what it is.
Okay.
And you're gonna say I could absolutely use that?
Yeah, I mean,
I would like to hand it over to him with a
Why
shrug.
does she have one, though?
He did not
Oh.
state the time. Just explained what it was.
I told her that I'd give her items to people that could use them. So if you can genuinely use it, then
what were the other two items?
there's a key and a paperweight, but I don't think those were the items she was talking about. She was talking about her tools. So I am curious on where this goes to. I'll pull out the librarian's key and kind of look at it again.
You spend some time fussing over the key, and Wes, you quickly turn around and go, "We'll never know. We'll never know where that key goes to." The key goes to this door.
Oh.
Seemingly, she locked herself in.
We will never know where that key goes. You know what, Siri? Why don't you hold on to it for a long time just to
I'll
remember her
nod
for now.
thoughtfully and put it back in my pocket.
Get it as far away from here as possible.
Understand.
Can I take a closer look at the paperweight?
Sure. It is a large block of solid gold.
Oh. This is a very expensive paperweight, Siri.
Well,
Not like every other
That's it'll-
paperweight.
go along with the rest of the items that we have to find somebody to purchase.
I think I'll hold on to this one for now. I say. So invested, I have to wear it, and if I take it off, I can't use it again for the rest of the day, right?
The crafter's eyepiece?
Yeah.
Yes. Essentially, you can invest into it, but if you remove it, it takes 24 hours for you to reinvest into it.
Yeah. For the time being, let's get these back, and I'll invest into it once we get back to Otari.
It's good to me.
Wonder if any of these book restoration tools would be useful at the Dawnflower Library.
That would be an option as well, I suppose.
Now the question is, who gets it?
Well, I think you guys can safely say you all hate Morblint, so it's one of the few times I think even Ziri would rather go to church. Regardless, what are we doing?
Oh, if I have 2 extra bulk of tools, I kind of need to get it back because this is heavy and I don't have carrying capacity.
Yeah, I'd also like to lay her to rest before poking around further.
Guess we're carrying this back then.
Okay. You guys head back up to Otari.
Gideon assumes the pack mule position.
Yeah.
You assume the pack mule position, which wouldn't be so bad if it didn't also come with the fact that West likes to hop on your back.
He's a reverse Yoshi.
as we are
Gee.
going back to Otari.
What is that book out of bounds?
What?
I'm sorry, my
There's a
camera
lot of
started
books out of
really
bounds.
zoomed out, and there's a book way over here.
Yeah, I see it too.
Oh,
Been there.
that's an
been there for a while.
old fucking holdover. I actually forgot it was there. It doesn't even work anymore.
I asked about that like 5-6 sessions ago.
Yeah,
It's been there.
That's yeah. Congrats, you found the dev room. It refers to an asset that's not there anymore.
Found the dev room. Good luck escaping.
Oh no, I can't go back to jail. On that note, Gideon would like to go back to jail.
Regardless, you guys once more begin to make your way through the fog fin.
Gonna keep my eyes peeled for lights.
So, Gideon?
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
About that thing you were telling me earlier about the lace. You said it was something given at the start of a journey. Would the societal thing be to give it back when we get back to town? I'm not very familiar with the custom.
Correct me if I'm wrong on this one, word of God, but I believe the polite thing to do is to give it back when your journey is complete.
Strictly speaking, the traditional thing is to give it back as a sign that you have returned safe. You then receive it again when you go out to do another crusade, quest, journey, whatever. Then you return, give it back. It is when you are back safe rather than when my quest is complete.
Got it. I'll explain that to Sazan then.
Guess that means I should go see Bryn today then. Again.
Notably,
If
Gax
helpful, I
is
can-
very interested in this lace.
Define interested.
He has leapt from Ziri's shoulder onto Sazan's.
Hey, what are you doing here? Ziri?
Wait,
Ziri is reading a book. Ziri, Gax is not on your shoulder.
What's up with the bat?
like he likes lace. Oh no, don't
Huh.
kink shame him.
What?
Nothing. Gex just gonna sit on the lace, or what's he doing to the lace?
No, he's just sitting on Sazan's shoulder now, and he's just kind of staring at it.
I'm just gonna side-eye him a little bit.
There's a lot of side-eyeing going on today.
You give Gax the side eye. He gives the one eye blinking at a time eye.
It's my favorite. It's the best Gex eye.
Notably, Gideon, you do see a light in the woods at about here as you pass.
Can I stop and take a look?
Sure. Would you like to wander into the fog fin?
Do I still have light on my shield?
You did.
I'll tell them I see something I want to take a brief look at. It doesn't look too far away.
Okay.
Okay.
Gideon stomps off into the woods.
I'm gonna
Is he
try and
close enough
move
that
with
we can
him.
still see his light?
He would be probably a good 300-400 feet away. You do see he's a beacon of light out there. You're not able to determine his exact form, but yeah, he's a bead of light a ways away.
We probably shouldn't just let him wander off on his own.
You cannot determine the truth of the eternal gods.
Well, somebody go with them then.
We're pretty much all over encumbered here.
You're not wrong.
I'm gonna put my hands around my mouth. You good?
Staring intently.
Okay. As you approach the light, you see a small gnomish woman that you've encountered before. She is face down in the swamp.
Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna go check on her real quick.
Okay.
See if she's breathing.
As you
I'm gonna kind of see his light moving with a hustle, and like tap the other guys on the shoulder. You think we should head that way?
He ain't called for help yet.
Look,
I'm gonna shrug and keep waiting then.
I'm not convinced he's the kind of person to ever call for help.
Everybody screams at some point.
Medic!
It's about that time you hear Gideon scream.
See? Alright, I would like to start heading that way.
Okay. You hustle through the swamp. The rest of you are now standing alone in the fog fin.
Oh, I'm gonna try and move after her as fast as I can with the fact that I am too bulk over encumbered.
With a bat on your shoulder. Be careful.
Yeah, I
You
will
are
also.
also now off of the trail in the fog fin. Your boots are now absolutely absorbed by the mud and the swamp muck. Wesk, you are now knee deep in muck.
I am striding over with my long
You
goat
sure
legs.
are. You also have fey
Let's not be
feet.
too much muck.
Gideon,
Wait, what
you
do
and
fake
Wesk are
feet
moving
do?
at about the same pace.
Don't know about that. I'm not over encumbered.
You are also in plate.
That's fair.
Gideon, this gnome has been absolutely savaged and is bleeding everywhere.
Oh no, how did I do this? Oh, that's
Noted.
how.
Okay. If Ziri's coming up, I assume she's coming up faster than most of us
Yep.
can move. I'm gonna ask her to treat.
Alright, do I see the lady right away?
Oh yeah. She's also
Okay, I'd
lit
like
up
to-
with a light spell like Gideon.
Okay, I'd like to
And I would like to assist.
crouch down and, first of all, pull her face out of the marsh and turn
That
her
was the
over.
first thing I did.
Oh, that was already done. Okay. And then I'd like to check her vitals and such.
Okay. Yeah, she's alive. She's in critical condition and should be dead. You're not entirely sure you can save her life, but if you work quickly.
Hold on, let's see what I have here. Would like to use... I think I have it, or is that on my other one? Ah, yes. It is on my other one. Alright, I would like to go ahead and do my Garden of Healing on her then.
Okay.
And
Wait,
would
do
like
I
to
have
try
a focus?
treatments.
Focus spell? Or focus point? Whatever. No, I don't. I cannot use that.
Would also like to do some risky surgery. I am going to try and patch her up as quickly.
I was
as
gonna
possible
say,
so
I
that the
would
most immediate.
probably would have done that, but I guess if you want to do it.
Okay. Go ahead
Well, you
and
can either cast Garden of Healing or you can start treating.
I can what?
If you're casting Garden of Healing, then you're not treating.
I
wounds.
can't cast it, I said. I'm out of focus points.
Oh, I see.
So do you want me to try?
Yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
Yeah, medicine check. Treat wounds, whatever.
I'm still gonna roll to assist.
Okay. Was that
Oh.
just treat wounds?
That was a medicine check.
For treat wounds. Right.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I went to the wrong thing.
No, I'm just asking what it was
You
for.
did the right
Oh,
thing.
yeah, it was for treat wounds, yes.
Okay.
But I would like to also do risk. No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Nope. Just
You have
gonna
a hero
treat
point.
wounds.
You do have a hero point.
I do, yeah. Okay, I'll use the hero point.
Actually, the only question I would ask is, would risky surgery immediately kill in this situation?
That's why I'm not trying it, because we don't know, right? Do I know, Stray? Can I tell if she can take it?
Do you want to stop and examine her, or do you want to, like...
I mean, I'd like
just
to examine her
immediately
as
get to work?
well as I can and see if she looks
She's
critical enough that I should
critical
just...
right now.
Yeah, no, I would just like to do treat
Okay.
wounds.
You immediately deal... You immediately deal 4 points of slashing damage as you are getting her wounds infected in the swamp right now with that nat 1.
She did say she was using her hero point.
Okay, then roll a 1d10. So 12 plus
Christ
12.
almighty.
That is 24.
I would
Okay.
also like to aid.
Go ahead and give me your medicine check then.
God, I hate this laptop. It's not bad. It's not bad for founder. Not good for.
Your hands are full of these book supplies, and you're like sinking into the muck right now, Gideon. Yeah. Thankfully, Ziri, you are quite good at this, and you have gotten your handy-dandy pack mules here, I mean your party, to carry all the stuff. So you are tending to her wounds. So we're going to heal. $18 points of damage. She is now stabilized, but she is not conscious, Siri.
Am I able to lift her?
Yes. She's...
We should.
She's
would-
at 48.
What?
With an expert? No, it's not risky surgery. It's not critical healing. It's 2d8.
I would like to pick her up and turn around and start walking back towards the road.
We should take her back to our circle.
Okay. You each begin
Get her
to...
somewhere where we can get her more help.
Yeah, the druid circle nearby would be the best bet.
Thankfully...
I
Just
still have some healing magic. I could maybe assist there.
Go for it.
by all means.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna 2 action.
Okay. Big dick time. I will say, yes, she does come around now. She sort of gasps to life under your menstruations as she's immediately looks around in a panic before seeing all of you and sort of settling down. Oh, my God, it's you.
What happened?
Jarl is back.
Shaw?
Yes, Jarl, the werewolf, Jarl.
That was
Right,
name.
the werewolf. I meant to look into that.
Yes. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I saw him on my patrol. She's glancing around. He might still be nearby. Please be careful.
We'll keep our eyes out.
Thank you.
Can you make it back to your circle safe?
Yes, she glances around. It's not far now. It was nearly back.
Give you an escort the rest of the way.
I would appreciate that.
We're headed
We
that
are,
way
after all,
anyway.
headed that way anyway.
And I shall gladly take the company. Thank you, priest.
Not at all. It was those two who got you back to a decent condition anyway.
Okay. You each make your way out of the fog fin, and you now find yourselves on the cliffside of Otari. The halfling druid, Borlawin, bows, takes her leave, wishes you to be safe, before explaining that she must report this to her druid circle, and that she will possibly request your assistance if you have any experience hunting.
Hunting werewolves.
I'm just gonna turn and look at Gideon.
Hunting werewolves? I know Wolfcrone's in the name and everything, but
Regardless, she glances between you two before excusing herself and hustling off down the path to the stone ring pond.
Ghouls, a dragon, and now a werewolf. You can't say this place isn't lively.
werewolves still alive, huh?
Where's everyone going?
We
They soon. We
still
are
need to get
headed
this stuff to the Dawnflower.
Yeah.
Suzanne, I assume you would like to stop by Ren's?
Where would the best place be to find somebody who could use this? I suppose a smithy or something? No, a library. For repairing books, correct?
That would be my thought.
So there's two paths you can take. You can either go down through the front of Otari, go all the way down through the south to the Dawnflower Library, or you may go through the Otari Graveyard and down the cliff.
Sounds really great with most of the party over in comfort.
Well, there is a small wooden path down the cliff.
Actually, that probably does sound faster in this scenario. Should we take the path or the graveyard then?
As well, I'm not sure how much longer I can carry all this. Give
Well,
a
good
bit
news.
of
We
a
had to make it down once.
pained smile.
Okay. You each choose the graveyard?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Better or worse.
This path is relatively unused, and you see why now. This is relatively steep stairs leading all the way down this cliff. It's a bit too late to back out now, however. You each begin to descend the cliffs, and you find yourselves once more, blessedly after about 15 minutes of walking, at the bottom of the cliffs, and you now stand at the back entrance to the Dawnflower Library. What's everyone doing?
Cal is Calisthenics.
Those of you with less than 14 constitution are huffing and puffing right now.
Calisthenics.
So just Ziri then.
No, Cezanne also.
The casters are not having a great time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I only have 12
Cezanne, you are also over encumbered. You are dying right now.
Let's just get these in.
It's a good workout. Your calves are gonna feel this tomorrow.
Calisthenics.
Alright.
Alright, let's get in the library. Who wants to give the background to, Ms. Vandy? I would suggest it be one of the bookish ones. I'm not sure I'm her favorite. Although I
feel
have
like
been
I've
here more
talked
than everyone
about
else at this point. Weirdly enough.
Cezanne opens his mouth, but only huffing, panting, and wheezing comes out. The boy is red now.
I will grab the bulk that Cezanne is carrying as well. I'll be over encumbered at that point, but he clearly needs a second to catch his breath.
Okay.
Wes can deal.
Cezanne, Gideon has saved your life once more. Step
Just
into
gonna
the
try and catch my breath then.
beautiful sapphire and gold, white marbled mixture of a cathedral and library. Beautiful stained glass piercing through at the gorgeous hour of 11:20 a.m. Perfect time to read. Or it would be if you all weren't covered in muck. A few of the acolytes begin to fuss at you as you step inside. You make your way to Vandy.
Most likely.
Okay. Blonde-haired, neatly trimmed coif. Halfling cleric of Sarenrae known as Vandy Bandertash. Strides up to you, looks you up and down, covered in muck, and casts a small spell, dousing your lower halves in water and washing you clean.
I needed that.
Require water to do that, I'm pretty sure.
Well, how may we help you?
Armful of tools. We, met a fellow librarian.
Did you know?
that- Yes, unfortunately, this was a fellow librarian that had passed on several hundred years ago.
Oh,
She had asked that her tools be put to good use. We carried them back to extend that favor to her.
what a noble soul. Both of you. She holds her arms out for the tools.
Gideon will happily hand over 4 bulk worth of tools to a librarian gnome.
You get about 2 bulk worth before she goes, one moment. And she waddles away with an armful of books. She disappears for about the next 2 or 3 minutes. You each stand in the Dawnflower Library
Scrunches around
awkwardly.
his pack for the rest of them.
Is she not going to take any more of this? Because I had to carry this all this way, and I'm going to be a little annoyed if I have to carry
They
it
have
back.
people for this. Look around at some of the acolytes. People, you know, people. They have people.
As you look at them,
Ceylondir, right?
sort of, they each kind of glance at your strange, eclectic party before turning their heads away and going back to their studies.
Do book people not have carry people?
I mean, we have you.
No. Book people gestures vaguely a library. Do libraries have gophers?
It's about that time Vandy emerges from around the corner, arms clean of books before dusting herself off. Right, well, sorry for the wait. It took me a little bit to find this. She holds up a leather sack before pointing it towards you, Gideon.
I will dump the remaining inventory into the sack.
Okay. It goes and it goes and it goes. Before long, the 6 bulk worth of tools is inside of this leather pouch that she holds. And she ties it up neatly before bowing to each of you in turn. Thank you. I'll salvage what we can from this.
We need to get one of those.
Do you want one?
Do I want one? No. Should the mages want one? Yes.
As well as that, each of you will receive a hero point for cleansing the curse of one Jarrell. You will also receive 30 XP for that.
So I guess I no longer feel like something is following me.
Yes.
Nice.
We all received a hero point there.
Yes. As far as I know,
Thanks,
anyway.
Drake.
Did I fuck it up?
Yeah, Stray gave me one, so.
I didn't get one, but I went ahead and added it.
Oh, okay. Regardless, Vandy looks at you.
Gax now has the hero point.
You're right. Gax should have everything. Everything
Gax
his little
has
heart desires.
12 hero points. And 3 villain points. Don't ask. Oh no.
There we go. Vandy looks at you as you mentioned that you would like one. Would you? Would you?
So first off, do I actually know what that is?
Bags of holding are quite common.
That's what I thought. Yes.
Or
yes,
at least they're common for people that are richer than you.
Yes.
The old guard captain had one or two. It was always pretty sweet.
Yeah. It was pretty cool to just be able to throw a sword into a bag. Or better yet, throw something like, I don't know, a great axe into a bag.
Okay. Sorry, did I overstep my bounds? Glancing between each of the silent party members.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you didn't hear. I said yes earlier. But
Oh, okay.
I don't know if
I like
could
you,
afford
Gideon.
to
You're an
put them on.
agreeable sort of fellow. One moment. She trots away with the bag.
Did you hear that? Somebody thinks I'm agreeable.
Vandy thinks everyone is agreeable.
I saw some of the stuff between her and Ziri last time.
She still likes Ziri. Ziri just hates Vandy. That is a one-way street.
Also fair.
Vandy emerges with a strikingly white, clean sack. It looks like it is made out of silk. The sides of the bag are embroidered with a blue and red moon on the side. And as you turn the bag in the light, you notice that it sparkles and glitters with hundreds of tiny specks of light. Before handing you the item, Gideon.
I don't exactly have much in the way of money at the moment.
Oh, perish the thought.
Hmm.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Did we find out how much it cost, or has nobody asked that yet?
Gideon said he didn't have much in the way of money, and she said to perish the thought.
You can repay me by having Ziri join us for book club.
Book club.
Oh, Ziri does seem to like reading.
She can
I'm-
tell them all about the books she's been reading lately.
Oh,
Have been reading some interesting books. I'm gonna reflect back on the books I'm reading. Eyes misting over.
you would have one super cool book to read if Cezanne wasn't a stick in the mud, but you know. That one did boast about 666 stories.
Also, do you have anybody here who might be in need of tools used to repair books?
Oh, you just gave him the tools.
Oh, you gave him the tools already. Cool, I wasn't here. I understand. Carry on.
Speaking of carry on,
No.
you have each received a bag of holding from, or not each. You have received one bag of holding. I am nice. I am not that nice. She hands Gideon a strikingly white bag decorated with a red and blue moon on it. It is a bag of holding for the party.
Well, I think I know the first thing that's going in there.
Oh, you don't know the first thing that's going in there.
Not the anvil you're carrying around for me.
You have the anvil right now.
No. I give it back to you, along with your shield. Didn't I?
No, you still have the anvil. I wasn't gonna tell you, but
I'm going to put the bag of holding in the party stash, by the way. So that way you guys can each access the bag of holding.
sounds like a plan.
Should I
But
do
I'm
it
still
again?
holding it, right? Because my personal shit's all up in there. Oh god.
I hope it did, because I just drug it over.
Yeah,
Nope, it didn't.
it's in the stash. I see it. No,
It sure didn't.
Gone. It's gone now.
Yeah, it... No, okay, your hatchet dropped back out. It looks like it emptied into your pack before moving the container
sure did.
over. The real fucked thing is, do I make one of you actually carry the bag and only have... You know what? Yeah, let's do that. There you go. We're gonna have fun with that. We're gonna play attaché case.
Oh good, I've never done this before. I'm lying. I have all the
Regardless.
achievements.
What would each of you like to do as Van D assures you she will put the tools that can be used to good use, and you each feel this presence sort of leave.
So it's like another 30-minute walk back there, and like we're all muddy. Are we going back for today, or are we done for the day? Wesk is saying this to them.
Frantically moving items in bag.
Okay. As soon as Vandy rounds the corner with a small white wave and smile, Gideon drops the bag on the ground and is now just cartoon style, just turning his backpack upside down. You each watch as dozens of small items just disappear into the seemingly small bag.
I've already
Gideon has a gleeful, childlike smile on his face.
Notably, when you peer into a bag of holding, strangely, it's Doctor Who rules. You can still see every item in the bag of holding. It just,
Bigger
when
on
you
the inside.
twist it around, it reveals more and more space. Notably, because it is so big, everything is just in a pile on the ground or inside of the bag.
Yeah, you can also just reach in and grab what you're looking for. It's great.
Yep.
That's a really important feature you don't understand. Gideon starts explaining the combat features of a bag of holding in depth to literally nobody.
Okay. Notably, most of you already know what a bag of holding is, but he's going on and on about how sick a bag of holding is.
It's so sick.
He's just so happy I can't stop him.
It's like the Christmas that I never had.
What are each of you doing as you stand in the Dawnflower Library, once again making a scene?
Maybe we should take this outside and let the acolytes read.
I don't know, has Gideon finished dumping a cartoonishly large amount of his items into the bag?
Wait. Now that I have the backpack in the bag of holding, yes.
I was gonna say, technically, can't you just put the backpack inside of the bag of holding? You didn't have to empty everything in there.
And luckily, it's not another bag of holding, so it's not screwing everything up forever. I honestly didn't realize I could organize in the backpack in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's done now.
It's okay. You grew up poor. You did not have a lot of chance to indulge in a bag of holding.
Yeah, it's great.
You each step outside of the Dawnflower Library. Where are we going?
Why do I have more bulk than I had before? Yeah, I should be at 7, including the bag of holding.
You've got 10 Ellsworth.
In the bag of holding.
Oh, right.
The bag of holding is a bulk worth.
Yes.
Oh,
2,
That's
yeah,
why.
so
7, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, checks out. It's 8.
Where's the 8th?
The bag of holding itself is one
the
bulk.
shield, the healer's tools, and the bag of holding.
1 for
Yes.
the sword, 4 for your
For
plate
full
now.
plate.
So
Mhm.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Aha.
Checks out to me.
Yeah. 1 for the sword, 1 for the shield, 1 for the healer tool, 1 for the bag of holding, 4 for the armor. 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 8.
Somebody go get the end of the Clue movie.
Oh god, don't do that. +1 -1 +1.
It was 1 for the chandelier, 2 for the door, 1 for the... Alright.
+2 +1 +1 +2 +1.
I
Great,
don't
so
know
I got
if
a bag of holding, and the amount I'm carrying actually fucking increased. It's the worst of all worlds.
You can put the healer's tools in it.
No, I can't, because then I can't use them in battle.
Yeah, you have to be wearing them.
Jeez.
You could put the fucking lion shield in there, because let's be honest, the amount of times you've actually used a shield is not many.
But I want it.
Okay.
Also, I use that for lighting purposes.
You could just put light on your armor.
I could do that.
we could put light on your sword.
I could also do that.
You fool, we've all got light.
The problem is, because the smoking sword is technically a long sword, I can't two-hand the smoking sword.
You are correct.
Don't you drop your lion's face shield half the time to do your grab anyway?
He is also
Yes, but
correct.
now I have knockdown. Which changes things.
Reminds me of one of my favorite Taliesin lines. Where Marisha goes, "Don't you have a gun? Can't you shoot him?" And he goes, Yes, once. Then I have to reload it, and that can get complicated.
That really is how Gideon's combat works in a nutshell. Don't you just hit him really hard? Yes, but it's what happens after that that's a problem.
What are we doing?
Playing attach case.
Gideon stands in the Dawnflower Library's entrance. What are the rest of you doing?
It's what time is it even?
It is
45-ish.
about 11:30.
So I still gotta wait until the afternoon before I can have Raver work on my pistol. So
Drop at school. Kids like you, remember?
I would like to try to find some place where I could potentially sell some of these stones.
Okay. There's a number of places around. You can go to the Crook's Nook. You can go to Odd Stories, Blades for Glades, Wren's Wonders, and if you wait long enough, eventually Raver will be out of school, and you can take it to his. There's also just the Otari Market.
I will wait for Raver.
Okay.
Well, if we're officially calling it for the day, I should go back and see Ren.
Sounds fine to me.
Okay. Gax finally leaps off of your shoulder and back onto Ziri's. As you begin to wind your way through the Otari streets to Wren's Wonders.
Wait, so the bag of holding is now tied to the party stash?
yes,
No,
No.
I'm gonna make
No,
you
it's not.
actually carry it.
Well, that's fine. It's one bulk. I'm not concerned about that. The items that I put in the bag of holding are not in there.
What do you mean? No. By the party stash, I had an idea that you could all access the bag of holding collectively through the party stash menu. Then I thought it would be funnier if they had to come to you to be the pack mule. So we're doing that.
Cool.
oh well then
In that case, I'm dropping things off in the party stash.
I put
The party stash will be your in room. How about that?
I put the repair kit in. Oh, there it is. Sorry.
That lets me keep the climbing kit on me, though.
Okay. You begin to make your way back to the Rowdy Rockfish Inn and begin to stuff more things inside of the bag of holding that you previously could not take with you from the small chests in your inn room.
We just left healing potions in the inn.
Yep.
Yep.
There's also books in here.
Yeah, I'm sure you can probably take those.
Not touching them. No one has told me I can take them.
Alright. Ziri, these books have been calling your name for a while now.
That was terrifying, because when you said the books have been calling your name for a while, something went off in my background and said, "Hello." And I was like, is that Stray doing that or what's happening? But then it just kept going and it didn't make sense.
Oh man, I'm the best. Look at that. I've infiltrated your homes to bring this.
Can't believe Stray's the first ever 4D DM.
Sorry, that alarmed me and I forgot what you asked. What did you ask?
What would you like to be doing?
Wasn't I gonna go see Raver?
Raver is at school. Would you like to bug Raver at school?
No, I will go back to my room.
Okay.
And
Whereupon Gideon foists open the party stash and has begun to just cram more things in your new bag of holding.
okay, I would like to flop onto my bed
Okay.
and pull out some of the books and start looking them over.
Gax flops onto the bed beside of you, kicking his little bat feet in the air.
Excellent. Yes, we will read.
Okay. Gideon, give me a deception check. Ziri, give me a perception check. Actually, I'll let you decide, Gideon. Deception or thievery? Yes, I know you're not good at either.
That's a critical fail.
Siri,
Critical fail.
as you flop down onto the bed, without even having to look up, you realize that somebody is touching your books that you have in the stash.
I would like to get up and walk over to Gideon and extend my hands and make a grabby hand.
Very well then.
Gideon, you begin to retrieve about 12 to 20 books.
I will hand you all the books.
You gave those to me?
Let's
All right.
separate
Hold them for me, Wes.
I really cannot do the inventory thing well. I cannot stress to you enough, this laptop does not do
Welcome to
Foundry.
my world when I'm gone. So slow.
that should be
So
two
very
full
slow.
worth of books, by the way.
There we go. I've moved all of the books to Ziri's inventory. There you go. That is 2 bulks worth of books.
Can
Ziri, you
I
are-
put my books on my bed and leave them there and sleep amongst my books?
Sure, you put them right back in the party stash.
Understandable.
Honestly, I was just putting literally everything in the bag of holding, but
Ziri does not trust Gideon to hold books anymore.
understandable.
Understandable.
Unless she's there supervising him holding the books.
Speaking of books, you now have a significant amount of books should you wish to dive in. Each of these books will take about 8 hours to peruse in their entirety. So essentially one entire day.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. No way around that, so.
Which one would you like to begin to read?
I think I'd like to look at the Gauntlet blueprints.
You have 4 books, by the way.
Does that count the Gauntlet blueprints?
Yes. You
Okay,
have
I would like.
the Ritual Book, the Gauntlet Blueprints, Belcor's Journal, and the Folio on Teleportation Research.
Where's the ritual book? Oh, there it is.
Yes.
Oh, that's.
Truly, now Gideon can assume the pack mule position at
Okay.
any time.
Gideon, you slip out of the room while Ziri spreads about 20 books in front of her and is beginning to look between them all.
I'm going to slide out as quietly as possible. This time, actually making an effort not to be noticed.
Okay. You join Wesk back out on the street.
How'd it go?
I'm just gonna show him a bag of holding, briefly open it, show him a full lump of things, including the jail.
It's got a weird kaleidoscope type effect, Wesk, where, like, you see 3D environments that shouldn't really be there, but, like, you know.
It's bigger on the inside.
Moving on.
Alright, I'm gonna go to jail.
Why?
Did you ever apologize?
I... Too drunk.
You should also go to jail. Not to apologize, just, you know,
Is that like a
reasons.
race thing?
Gestures vaguely. Oh no, this has nothing to do with race.
That's what they all say.
Hold up a second.
I don't think the town wants to see me right now.
This
Gideon?
probably has nothing to do with the race.
Gideon is being racist, but he's one of those, like, he didn't really mean it racism, which you don't know if that's better or worse. Like, he's one of those people who say that all Asians are good at math.
Yeah.
We can just go on. Go racism.
Gideon is the wasted white girl of racists.
Funny story, did I ever tell you about that time I played a red mage? I know that's a weird sequitur, I'll tell you later.
It's less
you-
weird if you've heard the story.
Are you dragging me there, Gideon?
Do you want to be dragged there?
Wesk probably won't go. He doesn't want to be seen in town right now. He can avoid it.
Do you not need to go get your thing done?
I was just gonna have Raver do it later.
Did you just need the rune attached?
Yes.
Why did you not just have him start on it yesterday? He'd be done by now.
We didn't get it yesterday. We got it this morning.
Right, it's 11. I'm gonna be honest, time in the gauntlet's fucky. Do you want to just go meet with Raver right now? I am gonna stop at the prison.
First of all, he's at school. Second of all, he told me to come back later after he was finished at school.
Cool. I'm gonna go to jail. You take a nap.
I will read the ritual book.
Okay. You begin to read the ritual book. It is a pretty nondescript, just small leather journal. It's old, a little bit cracked, but in surprisingly better condition than you might think. So, as long as you have this book in your inventory, Ziri, you may perform what's known as a ritual. A ritual does not take a spell slot.
That's the good one.
But a ritual does take time.
How
So,
much time?
one day.
Okay.
It also will require a black onyx gem.
Ah,
But
no.
essentially, you will perform a skill check, either Arcana, Occult, or Religion, your choice. And the Create Undead ritual will allow you to essentially turn a corpse that you have into an undead. Thus, create undead. And if successful, it will become an intelligent undead that is friendly to you. If it is an unintelligent undead, it will not disturb you, but it will not be friendly to you. It might also just kind of wander off and maraud the local area. If you critically succeed, however, it becomes a minion, a pet. Essentially, letting you command it just like you would Gax. You spend one action to give it 2. Essentially, this is how you create undead that will persist for far longer and permanently instead of animate dead. But you will still need a corpse, and you will need essentially a full day's worth of concentration and being alone and safety. Your thoughts wander to the Otari graveyard before you snap out of it.
Well, there it is.
You spend about the rest of the day kind of learning and internalizing these instructions. As Wesk, what are you doing then if you are not going to jail?
Wesk is really trying to stay away from Otari today, so he's going to hang in the room with Ziri and invest in the eyepiece.
Okay. You sit on your bed, Wesk, noting that the entire floor is books right now. As Ziri cracks open a book and is beginning to kind of mutter things like interesting, or yes, you can use bones like that.
Am I able to walk over to my bed, or do I have to hop and try and find
Luckily, you
space?
hopped on your bed before she begun.
Okay.
But you are now on an island in the middle of the ocean. Ziri, how is Ziri reading? Is she just in the middle of the floor or on her bed?
On her bed.
Okay. Dozens of diagrams, and she's saying some really fucked up shit, Wesk, but you're not perturbed by this point. She does make special note that she's found a use for those black gems you guys have found, and you put together that by the black gems she means the black soul gems, which does raise a worry, but it's probably fine. All right. Well, Cezanne,
Yes.
you know what time it is.
Yes.
But we will continue that next time.
Oh.
Because it is about 12:30 right now. And I believe some of you might be tired. We can continue if everyone wants, though.
I could
I'm
probably
open. I'll leave it to the other people.
stand up, figure out this internet thing before we go to bed.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I'm
work tomorrow's gonna
fine
be rough.
going to bed.
Okay.
Sounds like we'll wrap for the night.
we shall wrap for the night then, as Cezanne wanders over to the tent where Ren and he gaze once more. Rather, their gazes meet. Talking is hard sometimes.
Oh, that's understandable.
We'll leave it there. Any last actions, any last thoughts before we leave? Anything that I should prep for next time?
Sorry, I was chugging water. Nothing I can think of.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing I can think of.
We're good.
Zong needs to find the unlockable to get the secret best ending.
You're right. You guys have missed the secrets already. You're already locked out of the true end.
It's one of these.
Alright.
How far back's the save?
Level 2.
Oh shit! Fuck that.
Start over TPK. Right into the ground.
To quote Morrowind, I'd rather play in a world that is doomed to failure.
There is that whole prophecy thing. That's probably not important. Alright, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.